Kip69 here at Silverstone at Computex 2012. Shh, don't disturb them, it's an important meeting. Alright, so I got a Silverstone gentleman who's going to tell me all about his new cases here. This one is incredible. Tell us all about it.
Okay, this is the Sugo SG09. Okay, we actually made a little mistake there. It's just a micro ATX, not mini ITX. Okay.
Oh, I've heard about that online. Okay. So it is micro ATX. You can fit a full-size micro ATX case. Full-size micro. Okay.
So that means you can fit up to 2 graphics cards in here, and a big one at that. You can fit up to 13.3 inches long graphic card. That's just about any graphics card you can buy on the market now.
Now, what is that in there right now?
It's a very old OEM Radeon 2900 XTX.
Goodness gracious.
This is a good example of a workstation level card that has a handlebar on it.
Yeah, it is. It is incredibly long. Like, I think that's longer than the brand new 680, which is really long.
680 is only 10 inches. So this is 13.3.
Okay, so you can fit 2 of any video card you want in there.
Right.
Okay, go on.
And you can also fit full-size CPU cooler in here. Full-size power supply.
And that's a Silverstone CPU cooler.
Yep.
Okay.
For storage, you get a slim optical drive bay on top. And if you come around to this side, there are 2 places for you to mount 3.5-inch hard drives and 4 SSDs.
Oh. Okay.
So to cool all of these components, there's a 180mm air penetrated fan on top that has a switch on the back for 2-speed operation. There's a rear 120mm fan on the back as well, with a side 120mm fan blowing over the graphics card.
Oh, so that'll get some air intake to the graphics.
You can add further 2 92mm fans or 80mm fans with another 80mm fans on this side. There you can add
Up in the okay.
So
It's a heck of a lot of fans in a tiny case.
And the cable routing is actually very good. It is a little bit more difficult to put together than normal cases, but the results will be very good.
And you have the power supply up here at the front.
Yes.
The front.
The power cord that goes all the way to the back, so if you connect to that connector on the rear.
Oh, okay, I see. So you got it's like an extension cable.
So we've already finished thermal testing. This case, it is as good or better than if you would have the entire system out on an open bench.
That could be pretty good.
And the overall size of this case is only 23 liters.
That's the 23-liter case.
There are already bigger mini ITX cases than this.
I think you can get bigger big bulbs than that. All right, okay. Just quickly introduce these other cases for us.
This is the SG08, which we launched last year. It is a 14 liters mini ITX case that can also fit any graphics card on the market. It has a built-in 600-watt power supply inside.
Okay.
And this is a DS353 NAS box. It takes the mini ITX motherboard, and it has 5 hot-swappable drive bays on top that you can swap out.
Cool.
It comes with a 300-watt SFX power supply.
Okay.
This is a PS07 micro ATX case.
Okay.
It's 32 liters big. This is a KL04 4 ATX case.
Okay.
We also launched that earlier this year. We should get back to this a little bit later.
Okay. So this one I saw last year. It was a very impressive case.
FT03.
In an odd form factor, I'll admit, but it was definitely impressive.
Yep. It has a very short footprint. People really love it for the looks, but some people still thought it was a little too tall, a little too big for their liking. So earlier this year we
launched. So you made a small brother.
FT03 Mini.
Okay. Would you like to introduce that a little bit, or should we move around?
Let's move around.
Okay.
FTO2, that's along with the RVO2, the best air cooling cases on the market. There's the RVO3.
That's an interesting little cage on the front. Say hi to my viewers. Oh, video games. No one wants to see video games, right? I don't on overclock.net.
Here's a brand new Raven RV04 case.
Wow.
That's a very streamlined exterior look. That finishes up on the top with the feather-like styling detail. There's actually air vent up here for the power supply to intake air on top with the fin filter in the back. The door opens to reveal two 180mm fans. The filters can be taken out very easily like this.
Oh, okay. That is an easy removable filter.
You have speed switches on top to adjust the fan speed for these
individually.
Yes.
Oh, nice. What have you done to that poor cooler?
We were experimenting with different solutions on the heatsink.
Oh, okay.
Those are residents. So power supply sits on top, as I mentioned. The graphics card, you can also fit any size graphics card. You can see there's also a graphics card holder here to prevent the graphic card from sagging down. There are 5 hard drives that you can fit in this case.
Oh, but you didn't mention this is a reversed motherboard.
Yeah,
Okay, I should have noticed that right
We've
away.
done this last year also with the micro ATX cases that we showed over there earlier with the TSO7 and also TJ's OAE. So we decided to build a full-size ATX version of those.
Okay. Yeah, I'm liking the reversed because it lets you see the good side of the graphics card. You know, your graphics card's finally facing up where all the beautiful graphics card parts you can be seen, and the PCB's hidden underneath like it should be.
There may be one disadvantage because both AMD and NVIDIA, they're branding their cards with the logos facing the other side. So that means when you have it
Upside down,
the letters are upside down too.
Oh well. I'm not too disappointed about that. Because yeah. Okay.
Okay, so let's go back to that page that you were looking at earlier. So for those that didn't like the Raven styling, we have the Fortress FTO4.
And the other one is
That's based on the same internal chassis design as the Raven RV04, but with the aluminum front door and the top panel.
That's a nice looking little Silverstone badge on there. That's a nice shine to that.
So this is also a prototype just like the other case. So the final finishing will be much better than what you see here today. The interior will be covered with foam padding on the front door, the bottom panel, the side panel, the top panel. So this can be a quieter case. Also these side vents angle backwards, so the noise leaks out toward the back, not to the front where the users usually
Okay.
located. The fans are upgraded version of the air penetrator fan, the AP182 with variable speed control as opposed to just a dual
Oh
speed.
yeah, it's not just a switch. It's a
Yeah.
cool.
And these have a greater fan RPM range than the one equipped in the Raven. The one in the Raven has a speed of 700 RPM and 1200 RPM. With these, they can go as low as 500 and up to as high as 2000 RPM.
Wow.
So it is more powerful in terms of cooling, and it could be also quieter at the same time.
Okay. So you got the graphics card support there.
And there's a really old motherboard. There's an extended ATX motherboard inside that we're just showing you how big it'll look inside the case.
Okay.
So it looks like it
The
fits
hard
just
drive
right.
cage there. Where does the power supply mine there?
Up here.
Okay, I got it. So the air intake for the power supply is there. Let's look straight down. Woo! Hope you didn't get dizzy. And
That's a CPU cooler holder.
CPU, like a little card jack.
Yeah. So after you get to the position that you like to support a CPU cooler, you just tighten these screws down so they'll stay in place.
So a little support to the CPU, so you can put like even the massive copper true in there.
Then you wouldn't have to worry about the cooler bending the motherboard.
All right. Okay, was there anything else you wanted to show?
And that's
Oh, more. Oh, goodness.